Hello to the chicos and the chicas. Today on the menu is going to be a marvelous game where we are going to see utter destruction against the Jobava London, and what makes it all the sweeter is that this destruction is going to be done by a student, and hence this is going to be a my students rock as well. Ari approached me for a couple of lessons a while ago, which I managed to fit into my schedule. And a couple of days ago, he sent me this email that he has been learning now my club players' black d4, d5 repertoire, and he thought that he did quite well against the Jobava London. So I was very excited to have a look, and boy, was I excited when I finished going through the game, and I thought, I am gonna put it on YouTube. So let's go. This is Ari, of course, in the black trunks, and his opponent Tiger is in the white ones, and this is exactly what the doctor has prescribed as per my club players black d4 d5 repertoire. I believe that the early bishop f5 and then followed by c5 is one of the best, most thematic, most principled way to play against the Jobava London, and it is also a line that allows the least amount of wiggle room for white to get very creative and gambity and aggressive and so on. Anyway, so c5, and here we are going to encounter, actually I didn't even realize when I entered this, a major inaccuracy here by white by playing h4 first instead of e3, and unfortunately Ari he slipped by autopilot playing h6, securing the bishop. Of course c takes d4, queen d4, knight c6 would have been far preferable. And by the way, at this point I wanted to tell you something about this game that really stood out to me. This game is gonna be absolutely fantastic, but it is not perfect at all, right? However, it is played in the right spirit. And that, to me, as a coach, is the most important thing when I look at a student's game. That was the thinking on point. Did we understand the demands of the position? Did we try to meet the demands of the position with the correct thinking, the right attitude, and so on? And if most of these answers are yes, then the little slip-ups that you are going to see will matter less, because they are the easy fixes. If we have got the right mentality, the right mindset, we know what to play for, then it's really easy fix to just sort out those odd mistakes here and there. So after h5, dc5, now this of course is a terrible move, and I perfectly know that as well, that this is botching everything that the Jobava London is all about. I suppose e3 would have been slightly better, but even here after knight c6, there is no question about the fact that we far prefer black's position, better developed. The white pawn formation is very wonky. Take queen b6 is going to hit too many pawns. Not a fun position whatsoever for white, and this is how easily it can go sideways, by the way. But d takes c5 was just absolutely yuck. Now, knight c6 played, very good move, but as always, I must point out that d4, we must kick, or at least we must look at kicking the developed knight first before we develop our pieces, because here it turns out that knight b5 drops the knight to the check, and if knight a4, then again a myriad of very good moves are available. First and foremost knight c6, although the cheeky engine is going to tell you to play e5, sack a pawn, takes, and then gain another tempo. Now this is next level Morphy here already, but beautiful chess. But knight c6 is within the range of what I would consider to be great moves, because now we are introducing e5, which was played, and by move 10 we are completely killing it. Bishop f2 and d4. Love this move. No hesitation, no adjustments, no let's first secure the king, even though technically it's best, but I really like the gusto behind this move, the let's go for it. Take, and here the opponent also completely slipped up by playing knight b1. The only move that doesn't lose to pretty much everything is queen e2 check, which forces this bishop back, but even after that Black is doing absolutely splendidly. Now, after knight b1, Black has a wide range of moves available for him. And of those, my preference here would have been queen e7, because I am hellbent on not castling here. Because that is a move that I look upon as one that does not add any value to the position. Whereas if I castle here, my rook on the d file is going to be a rock star. Hence check. But now after queen e2, I need to throw in knight e5. However, I'm very happy to throw in knight e5 because now d3 has become a new threat. And yeah, white is in all kinds of hurt here. That being said, castles is totally fine. Nothing wrong with it. He's completely winning. c3 played, check played, very good. And this is the second point in the game where I would have, I think, played this slightly differently. Once again, move played d3. Absolutely love it in terms of concept understanding of the position, because the position demands relentless attack, and that's what d3 is all about. It's bold, it's aggressive, it goes after the opponent. And it's very important that we credit the student for these types of play, even if the position is -6. It doesn't matter. What matters is how we play these -6 positions. Now, I would have played here queen b6. I prefer this move to d3 because I feel like we are creating more threats. This is really a case of just keep on adding pressure. Now b2 is on, d3 is on its absolute collapse. But d3 fine. Now after bishop takes c5, white now is up a piece, but is dead lost. And again, here we have a myriad of moves that are very good for black. We played rook e2, which is definitely not top 3, perhaps not even top 5 best moves. Love it, once again, for the energy, but for sake of accuracy. If you consider the fact that Ari after knight takes went queen d5, then we need to put the pieces together, the puzzle pieces here, and go like, okay, so queen d5 can be a very cool idea because it hits the bishop, so what else can I line up with it? And you go like, so I can take g4, and if fg, then I can go queen d5, hitting bishop and rook. And what's really beautiful about this absolutely Morphy-esque position is that the rook has to go, which means that when we take the bishop, now there are 2 more pieces hanging. So now it's just absolute carnage city, because one of those will also fall. Rook e2 to me just, yeah, now we are only hitting a pawn, not a rook. But because of black is so winning, even this is completely unstoppable. And after bishop d4, the rest is just a clinique. Knight, rook e8, knight h2, rook d4, cd, queen takes f3, and all the black pieces are beautifully partaking in the final onslaught against the naked king. Queen check, rook f2, and after knight g4, just about every single white piece is pinned, and white is getting mated. A marvelous finish. Love the whole game. Love the aggression, the go after the opponent. Once again, it was not perfect, but boy was it played the way how I would love almost every club player to play chess, especially when, you know, they are up, because it's not a matter of style, and this is something that a lot of club level players don't understand when they say that, oh, I prefer the subtle positional play over the attacks. You don't get a choice. They play dc5 here against you, and you are not given a choice. The objectively best moves here are viciously aggressive attacking moves. So there is no room for airy-fairy theorizing of, oh, I prefer the subtle Capablanca Karpov style of... Yeah, good for you, but you can't do that here. Because you either play the correct moves, which are brutally aggressive, and it's Morphy, it's Stahl, it's Alekhine, it's Capablanca, it's Kasparov, you get the line. It's all on aggression, full on aggression. And that's the only correct way to play. So this is where style, no one cares. The right move is here, aggressive chess. And that's not a question of style. It's a question of whether you want to play well or not. And every single move that Ari played from here on out was played in the spirit of relentless aggression and attack. Not all of them were correct, but all of them were played for that reason. D3 sacking the piece, rook e2 sacking the rook, queen d5 bringing the big boys in, and the rest was carnage city. Not a move was played in this game that I would have critiqued on account of being too soft or missing the tempo of the game. They were inaccuracies, but they were played with the correct idea, and as such, it was a marvelous place. Once again, shout out to Ari, who I'm sure will be very happy to see this published on YouTube. And yeah, that's it for me for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please do the usual thing: sub, like, comment, super thank me if you can, and I will see you in the next video very, very soon. Thanks for watching.